there's a nice little one over there.
Everybody makes mistakes, even the pros at Disney.
That's right.
Still, we're pretty surprised that some of these errors made it into Disney's most classic movies. Let's talk about them. Number 1. Where the heck did Ariel's blanket come from? Once Ariel gets her legs, she's understandably pretty excited about getting into a nice cozy bed for the first time. Imagine putting your feet into a comfy bed for the first time after having just a tail for your whole life. Magical stuff. In this moment, there are no blankets on the bed. Yet seconds later, Ariel is all curled up under a full comforter. Could she have gotten this in the time Sebastian was talking? Maybe, but that would have been pretty tough.
You are hopeless, child.
Number 2. Anna and Hans can fly? Well, not exactly. We all know that Anna and Hans were certainly not destined to be together.
Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
But they did seem like they had potential as a couple, at least for long enough to deliver one of our favorite songs in Frozen. If you look closely during this scene, though, there's something pretty weird going on. Their shadows are floating. In terms of physics, this just makes no sense, so we're guessing this was a major animation mistake. Number 3. Tiana's earrings are here one moment and gone the next. When Tiana is watching Charlotte and Naveen dance, she's wearing gold earrings. Then suddenly she isn't. Did the animators just forget? Apparently, and it actually makes matters worse that she's wearing them again a second later. Number 4. Whoever worked on this scene might not know how baby monitors work. We all remember this scene in Toy Story at Andy's birthday party. The army men are keeping tabs on the birthday gifts that are coming in and reporting back to Woody on the baby monitor.
This is it. This is it. Quiet, 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 quiet. All right.
The problem is that the handheld part of a baby monitor is the part you take around with you. It's just a speaker. The part with the microphone is on Andy's bedside table, so as cute and clever as this moment seemed, it actually wouldn't have worked this way at all. And the toys in Andy's room wouldn't have been able to hear any of these updates.
Mission accomplished. Well done, man. Pack it up. We're going home.
Number 5. What kind of sleeves does Cinderella's wedding dress have? Almost impossible to tell.
Quite so. Good day. Good day.
See, when Cinderella is running down the steps with the prince, she's wearing a wedding dress with long sleeves. The pair gets into the carriage, and it's clear that she's still wearing the same long-sleeve dress. Yet seconds later, we can see her in the back of the carriage with a short-sleeved wedding dress on. There's simply no way she had time to change, so we're guessing they just forgot what her wedding dress was supposed to look like.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in there.
Number 6. Riley's mom's glasses in Inside Out also do a bit of a disappearing act.
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure
did. Something's wrong.
And we have a feeling you probably missed it. You'll notice that Riley's mom wears glasses throughout the movie. This scene from when Riley is a baby is no exception. From this angle, we can see from the back that she's wearing her glasses as usual, yet when the point of view switches and we see her through baby Riley's eyes, no glasses.
What should we do? We're gonna find out what's happening, but we'll need support.
Is this a statement about how Riley sees her mom, or is this an error? You tell us.
Hockey.
Uh-oh, what do we do?
Guys,
Number 7. Is Mrs.Otterton's purse missing, or is this just an animation error? Over the course of this whole scene, Mrs.Otterton has this yellow purse on her arm. Yet when the camera zooms in on her holding the photo, it seems that the purse is gone. Of course, you have to be paying pretty close attention to notice this. And yes, admittedly, we were paying pretty close attention.
Please wait out here.
Of course. Oh, thank you both so much.
1 second.
Number 8. How did Rajah end up with boxers in his mouth?
This is why Prince Ahmed stormed out.
Oh, Father.
We all remember this moment when Jasmine's faithful tiger Rajah bites Prince Ahmed and rips a hole in a very inconvenient part of his pants. We can then see the prince's heart-printed underwear peeking out from underneath. It doesn't seem that Rajah actually gets a bite of the man's underwear, yet in the next scene, Rajah is walking around with what appears to be a piece of the underwear in his mouth.
Rajah was just playing with him.
Weren't you, Rajah?
Number 9. No one wants disappearing oars when they're in a rowboat. Luckily, Prince Eric and Ariel made it out of this unfortunate situation alive, but we're not sure how.
That was a close one. Too close.
And we're actually not sure how they even got into the situation in the first place. Right before Kiss the Girl, when Eric is guessing Ariel's name, he's using oars to row the boat. Suddenly, though, it seems that the oars are gone. All's well that ends well, we suppose, and we know they get to land again, but it's still pretty peculiar. Number 10. Where exactly is Chip's Chip?
I saw her.
Not another word. Into the tub.
What?
Well, that depends on the scene. Chip's Chip actually switches sides repeatedly throughout Beauty and the Beast. You'd think the character design would have stayed consistent throughout, but when you pay attention, it's clear that it didn't. If your name's gonna be Chip, the placement of your chip should probably stay the same. Number 11. This portrait actually traveled through time. Yes, Chip's chip wasn't the only mistake in Beauty and the Beast, and this one is particularly weird. Anyone who's seen Beauty and the Beast knows that Prince Adam was turned into the Beast by an enchantress many years before the movie takes place. The Beast needs to find someone who loves him for who he is before he turns 21. Consequently, we can glean that Prince Adam was only a child when he was cursed. Sure, in this stained glass retelling of the story at the beginning of the movie, the prince is portrayed as older. But Prince Adam would have been about 10 or 11 the last time he was human. That makes it pretty confusing that this portrait of him is clearly him as an adult. He looks exactly like he does when he's transformed back into his human self.
It is you.
Number 12. The architecture in Aladdin goes through some pretty weird changes.
Well, it's not much, but it's got a great view.
The palace actually totally changes shape. Usually when we see the dome of the palace, it is round. After Arabian Nights, though, the palace looks totally different, and the dome is more oval-shaped. Did the animators just forget how the palace originally looked? Number 13. There's a pretty glaring typo in Alice in Wonderland.
Beg your pardon?
We all make typos once in a while, even the minds behind one of Disney's most famous films. Alice in Wonderland was based on the book by Lewis Carroll. Carroll is spelled with 2 L's. In the intro credits for the movie, though, they actually misspell his name. It reads, an adaptation of Lewis Carroll's Adventures of Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. And yes, they only use 1 L. Of all the people whose names you could spell incorrectly, the guy who wrote the story is a pretty bad one to choose. Number 14. A magically reappearing door handle? We wish all home repairs were like this scene in Snow White. In the scene where the dwarves run away from the cottage, Dopey gets stuck and breaks the handle off the cottage door. In the very next scene, though, the handle is magically back on the door. Pretty spooky stuff. Number 15. Next time you watch The Rescuers, be sure to pay extra attention to Miss Bianca's purple coat. She wears the coat in question for most of the movie, but it seems that at random moments the coat simply disappears. That's definitely not the best way to stay warm. Number 16. Georgette's pillow may be haunted. Didn't expect to discover a hidden ghost story in Oliver and Company, but here we are. Georgette from Oliver and Company is a truly iconic character, and her song, Perfect Isn't Easy, is, well, the perfect song for her. In the middle of the song, she falls onto a bed that's surrounded by pink pillows. Just a second later, though, one of the pillows has a framed picture on it.
Everything from the doorknobs down is mine!
Did you ever notice these mistakes? Which ones have you noticed that we didn't include? Tell us about it in the comments. And if you love videos like this one, be sure to like and subscribe to The Things Animated for the latest on your animated favorites.